On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Heading.
A title, caption, or heading that introduces or summarizes the content of a written or printed document, the direction or course in which something is moving or heading.
Examples:
Chapter heading. Heading font. She carefully reviewed the heading of each section before diving into the research paper.
Invite.
To ask someone to come or join, to offer an opportunity or possibility for something to happen or take place.
Examples:
Invite guests. Invite criticism. We want to invite you to our annual charity event.
Talent.
A natural ability to be good at something, someone who has a natural ability to be good at something.
Examples:
A person of diverse talents. Raw talent. Numerous great professional sports talents have come from this city.
Stadium.
A large, usually roofless building with tiers of seats for spectators at sports or other events.
Examples:
Stadium seating. Stadium capacity. The baseball stadium was filled with excited fans eagerly awaiting the start of the game.
Ordinary.
Not different, exceptional, or unexpected in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree.
Examples:
An ordinary school. Ordinary annual revenue. The ordinary session of the Diet opened.
Parallel.
Being everywhere equidistant and not intersecting, of or relating to the simultaneous performance of multiple operations.
Examples:
A parallel case. Parallel processing. He walked a road parallel to the railroad.
Vendor.
A person or company that sells goods or services.
Examples:
Street vendor. Food vendor. The vendor at the market sold the freshest produce I have ever tasted.
Singe.
To burn something slightly or superficially, usually by mistake.
Examples:
Singe off the hair over the flames. Singe the edges of a fabric. I didn't realize the iron was still hot and singed my dress.
Opera.
A drama set to music, in which the words are sung rather than spoken.
Examples:
Ballad opera. Opera performance. She loves going to the opera house and hearing the beautiful music.
Lyric.
The words of a pop song.
Examples:
Lyrics of a song, lyric poetry. He embedded the strong will in this lyric.
Hilarious.
Extremely funny.
Examples:
Hilarious mistake. A hilarious anecdote. The comedian's stand-up routine was hilarious.
Belong.
To be the property of someone or something, to be a member or part of a group, to be in the proper or appropriate place.
Examples:
Belong to different species. Belong to a group. All the books in this section belong to the library's rare collection and must be handled carefully.
Entertainment.
Public shows, films, television, or other performances or activities of enjoying people.
Examples:
An elegant entertainment. Hour of entertainment. The hotel is famous for its entertainment, including the casino.
Courage.
The ability to face danger, difficulty, uncertainty, or pain without being overcome by fear or despair. The quality of being brave or courageous.
Examples:
Mental courage. Inspire courage. It takes a lot of courage to stand up for what you believe is right.
Platform.
The raised flat space close to the track at a train station where passengers get on or off the train. Technology, a computational or digital environment in which a piece of software is executed.
Examples:
An arrival platform. A digital platform for enterprise. The speaker mounted the platform and started to speak.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Generation.
All the people born and living at about the same time, regarded collectively, the production of heat or electricity.
Examples:
Generation gap. The generation of electricity. The younger generation has different values and beliefs than the older one.
Fortunate.
Having good luck or lucky.
Examples:
Fortunate situation. Less fortunate person. He was pretty fortunate to pass the exam.
Witness.
A person who sees something happen, especially a crime or an accident.
Examples:
Witness of the car accident. A material witness. The manufacturing industry is witnessing fierce competition.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples:
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Historic.
Famous or significant in history, or potentially so.
Examples:
Historic accomplishment. Achieve the historic feat. The Chinese people have accomplished several historic feats.
Transformation.
A complete change in form, nature, or appearance of someone or something.
Examples:
The transformation of a tadpole into a frog. Cast a transformation spell. Understanding unitary transformations of a normal matrix require considerable mathematical sophistication.
Graduate.
A person who has a first degree from university or college. Verb, to complete the first course of university or college and get a degree.
Examples:
Graduate degree program. Honor graduate. Many employers hire graduate trainees to train as managers.
Depart.
To go away or leave, especially to start a journey.
Examples:
Arrive and depart on time. Depart from the faith. We departed before the temperature fell below zero.
Interrogate.
To examine someone with questions over a lengthy period of time, especially in an aggressive manner.
Examples:
Interrogate an enemy soldier. Interrogated by police. The lawyer spent a considerable time to adequately interrogate the witness.
Young.
In Chinese philosophy, the masculine or active principle, characterized as light and the sun and associated with hardness, dryness, and heat.
Examples:
The yang principle. Embody yang energy. He saw the balance between the yin and yang as crucial for a harmonious life.
Quest.
A long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
The quest for truth. On a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Summon.
To order someone to come to or be present at a specific place such as a court, or to arrange a meeting formally.
Examples:
Summon a lawyer. Summon a city council. The chairperson was responsible for summoning committees.
Poise.
A calm, confident, and graceful manner with control of your feelings or behavior.
Examples:
Aesthetic poise. With easy poise. He took a deep breath and recovered a little of his poise.
Clue.
An object, a piece of evidence, or some information that helps someone to find the answer to a problem, question, or mystery.
Examples:
A clue about the crime. A clue to the diagnosis. The police couldn't find a clue to her whereabouts.
Audition.
A performance or test given by an actor, musician, or other performers to demonstrate their abilities and suitability for a particular role or position.
Examples:
music audition, dance audition. I have an audition for a role in a play tomorrow.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
nation state, a seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Innocent.
Not guilty of a crime, offense, etc., not having an evil mind or knowledge.
Examples:
an innocent child, thousands of innocent people. My husband was found innocent of any crime.
Personality.
A person's distinct combination of character, behavioral, temperamental, emotional, and mental traits that define them as an individual and set them apart from others.
Examples:
personality trait, personality test. She had a vibrant personality that made everyone feel at ease.
Offend.
To cause someone to feel upset, angry, or annoyed.
Examples:
offend his sensibilities, offend a customer. His rude comments offended many people at the party.
Impressive.
Arousing admiration due to size, quality, or skill.
Examples:
impressive performances, an impressive array of facts. The budget reduction was an impressive feat for our nation.
Competition.
A situation in which someone is attempting to beat or outperform another.
Examples:
the first round of the competition. Interspecific competition. Global competition is rising in virtually every industry.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples:
aft cabin, aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
survive a blizzard, survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Prime.
Main or most important, basic, prime number, noun, a natural number greater than one that cannot be formed by multiplying two smaller natural numbers. Example: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and 13.
Examples:
prime number, Deputy Prime Minister. After a thorough investigation, she has been named as the prime suspect.
Approve.
To think that someone or something is favorable, acceptable, or appropriate, to officially accept a plan, request, etc.
Examples:
Approve a measures. Unanimously approve a resolution. My boss wouldn't approve of the plan.
Script.
A written text of a film, play, broadcast, or speech, something written by hand.
Examples:
A hand script. The script of a play. The archaeologist found a hieratic Egyptian script on a stone monument.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Pursue.
To do something or attempt to attain something over time, to follow or seek someone or something, especially in trying to catch them.
Examples:
Pursue a goal. Pursue freedoms. She intends to pursue a political career.
Postgraduate.
A person who is studying for an advanced degree or diploma after having completed their undergraduate education. Adjective, of or relating to a level of education or academic study that comes after the completion of an undergraduate degree.
Examples:
Postgraduate studies. Postgraduate degree. After earning her bachelor's degree, she pursued a postgraduate education.
Thoughtless.
Lacking consideration for others, inconsiderate, not reflecting on one's actions or words, showing a lack of thought or intelligence.
Examples:
Thoughtless comment. Thoughtless mistake. The thoughtless actions of the students caused damage to the school property.
Approaching.
Drawing nearer in time or space, coming close to someone or something.
Examples:
Approaching deadline. Approaching retirement. The approaching storm clouds filled the sky with ominous darkness.
Olympiad.
A period of 4 years, originally the time between the ancient Olympic Games and now commonly used to refer to the modern Olympic Games, which are held every 4 years.
Examples:
The modern Olympiad. Summer Olympiad. She won a gold medal in the Physics Olympiad and was praised by her teachers and peers.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Exposition.
A comprehensive description and explanation of an idea or theory, a collection of things, such as goods or works of art, etc., for public display.
Examples:
An international exposition. Rational exposition. The exposition in the novel provides background information on the characters and setting.
Embrace.
To accept something willingly and enthusiastically. Noun, the act of clasping another person in the arms as in greeting or affection.
Examples:
Embrace an opportunity. A warm embrace. The woods embrace the house.
Vice.
Wrongdoing or wicked behavior, in the form of vice versa, with the order reversed. As a prefix, someone with a job immediately below a particular person.
Examples:
Virtue and vice. Vice chair of the committee. Cats hate dogs and vice versa.
Differ.
To be not like someone or something in some way.
Examples:
Differ from the majority. Differ according to species. The two products differed in their quality and price.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Chamber.
A large room used for a formal, public, or particular purpose, one of the parts of a parliament.
Examples:
A gas chamber. The lower chamber. The surgeon made an incision in the chambers of the patient's heart.
Commerce.
The activity of buying and selling things, especially on a large scale.
Examples:
Interstate commerce. The local chamber of commerce. This company has invested heavily in internet commerce.
Step.
A vast, wide, and usually treeless plain, typically found in semi-arid or arid regions, characterized by fertile soil and grassy vegetation, often used for grazing livestock. An expansive and open grassland ecosystem found in Eurasia and North America.
Examples:
Steppe climate. Barren steppe. The nomadic tribes set up camp on the vast steppe.
Sensitive.
Able to notice slight changes, signals, or influences. Able to feel or perceive others' feelings. Susceptible to the things people say or do.
Examples:
Sensitive documents. Baby with sensitive skin. The teacher is very sensitive to children's feelings.
Nervous.
Worried and anxious about something, relating to the nerves.
Examples:
Development of the nervous system. Get nervous. He suffers from nervous breakdowns.
Arouse.
To awaken strong feelings or emotions in someone, to excite or inspire a physical or emotional response.
Examples:
Arouse desire. Arouse suspicion. The rousing speech by the politician aroused the audience to action.
Turmoil.
A state of great disturbance, confusion, or uncertainty, often marked by intense activity or strong emotions.
Examples:
Political turmoil. The turmoil of the war. The company experienced financial turmoil after the CEO was arrested.
Credible.
Capable of being trusted or believed.
Examples:
Credible source. A credible story. They didn't have any credible evidence of his innocence.
Controversy.
A lot of discussion and argument about something, often involving strong feelings of anger or disapproval.
Examples:
Controversy among researchers. Arouse controversy. They entered into controversy with a member of the ruling party.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Clarify.
To make something, such as a statement or situation, less confusing and more understandable.
Examples:
Clarify a goal. Clarify his feelings. The police tried to clarify the facts concerning her death.
Investigation.
The act or process of thoroughly examining a crime, problem, statement, etc., to uncover the truth.
Examples:
A preliminary investigation. The scope of an investigation. We have never before conducted a legitimate investigation.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Associate.
To mentally connect someone or something with someone or something else.
Examples:
Associate alcohol with gambling. Associate with people widely. The majority of consumers associate this brand with quality.
Charity.
An organization that helps people in need, especially by providing food, shelter, or money, a kindly and sympathetic attitude toward people.
Examples:
Charity work. Ask charity. She volunteers at a local charity every weekend to help those in need.
Subdivision.
A smaller part of something that is divided into such parts.
Examples:
An administrative subdivision. Subdivision of cells. The city is divided into several smaller subdivisions.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Mistrust.
To have doubts or suspicions about the honesty or sincerity of someone.
Examples:
Mistrust a young man. Mistrust the government. He mistrusted her apology because of her past lies.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Institute.
An organization that has a specific purpose, particularly one dealing with science, education, or a particular profession. Verb, to initiate, introduce, or establish something.
Examples:
Institute a lawsuit. Research institutes. This region has many institutes offering higher education.
Transparency.
The condition or quality of being easy to see through.
Examples:
Lack of transparency. Transparency during the trials. The main discussion topic is government transparency.
Boom.
A sudden increase in economic activity, or a sudden happening that brings good fortune, a deep, loud, and prolonged sound.
Examples:
Boom in sales. A sonic boom. The high technology industry is enjoying a boom.
Triple.
Consisting of 3 items or people, 3 times as great or many.
Examples:
A triple mirror. Triple digits. His coach is a triple Olympic champion.
Fan.
A person who admires and supports a person, group, sport, sports team, etc. A device for creating a current of air by the movement of a surface or surfaces.
Examples:
A film fan. Engine cooling fan. I'm a big fan of French food.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government. A course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples:
Health policy. Foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Abortion.
The intentional termination of a pregnancy at an early stage.
Examples:
Abortion doctor. The highly charged issue of abortion. We strongly oppose the abortion ban.
Favored.
Preferred or supported over anyone or anything else.
Examples:
Favored by good weather. Favored candidates. He is favored with a privileged position because of his abilities.
Pose.
To present a risk, problem, or other issues that must be addressed.
Examples:
Pose a significant threat to my company. Pose a challenge. The chemicals pose a massive health risk.
Globalization.
The process by which economies, societies, and cultures around the world become increasingly integrated and interconnected through the rapid exchange of goods, services, ideas, and people across international borders.
Examples:
The rapid pace of globalization. Globalization trend. The spread of popular culture worldwide is an example of cultural globalization.
Fairly.
To a certain extent or degree, without favoring one party in an even-handed manner.
Examples:
Fairly accurate. Have a fairly clear view. He deals fairly with his employees.
Illiterate.
Unable to read or write, lacking knowledge in a particular field.
Examples:
Illiterate population. Illiterate adult. He was illiterate and could not read the instructions.
Population.
The total number of people in a country, region, or location.
Examples:
Population change. Labor population. In just 4 years, the population has doubled.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
Back fin. A fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Par.
A state of being equal to someone or something.
Examples:
Above par performance. Not up to par. Shares in the company finally fell below their par value.
Expectancy.
The anticipation, belief, or likelihood of something happening or occurring in the future. The state of expecting or looking forward to something.
Examples:
Life expectancy. Customer expectancy. There is a high expectancy for the new product to exceed sales targets.
Supple.
Flexible and easy to bend or move, gracefully agile, adaptable or responsive to change or new ideas.
Examples:
Supple muscles. Supple leather. The ballerina's supple movements left the audience mesmerized.
Urban.
Relating to or located in a town or city.
Examples:
Urban planning. Urban property owners. Only a small number of urban utilities offer sanitation services.
Salary.
A fixed amount of money that employees, especially those who work in an office, receive for doing their job, usually paid every month.
Examples:
A handsome salary. Salary after taxes. What are your annual salary expectations?
Doll.
A child's toy that typically represents a human figure, especially a young girl, an attractive woman, a woman who is subservient or passive.
Examples:
Plastic doll. Rag doll. The antique doll was worth thousands of dollars.
Squeeze.
To apply pressure from two or more sides, to hold someone or something tightly in your arms, usually with fondness.
Examples:
Squeeze a lemon. Squeeze a confession. She squeezed the toothpaste tube from the middle to get the last bit out.
Tribe.
A social group made up of members who live together, sharing the same language, culture, religion, etc., especially those who do not live in towns or cities.
Examples:
Aboriginal tribe. Mountain tribe. The tribe had distinctly defined gender roles.
Ant.
A very small insect that lives under the ground or in a mound in highly organized groups.
Examples:
A white ant. Ant bite. We can find many large ant mounds in this area.
Apartment.
A self-contained living unit within a larger building or complex, typically consisting of one or more rooms or an open space used for living, cooking, and sleeping.
Examples:
Rented apartment. furnished apartment. I am seeking a spacious apartment with a balcony and a parking spot.
Afford.
To have enough money or time to be able to buy or do something.
Examples:
Afford to buy a new car. Afford a high travel cost. He cannot afford a holiday.
Ratio.
The relative size or amount of one thing to another, typically expressed in the form of a fraction or decimal.
Examples:
Debt-to-income ratio. Ratio of boys to girls. The ratio of water to sugar in the recipe is 1:2.
Skyrocket.
To rapidly ascend to a very high level, increase rapidly.
Examples:
Skyrocket the cost. Price skyrocketed. Production has decreased, but costs and unemployment have skyrocketed dramatically.
Estate.
A large piece of land with an impressive house on it, often owned by a wealthy family, all of a person's possessions and assets at the time of their death, an area of land considered as a unit in terms of ownership, use, or taxation.
Examples:
Estate agent. Real estate transaction. The wealthy businessman left his entire estate to his children when he died.
Migrant.
A traveler who moves from one region or country to another, especially to find work or better living conditions, a bird or an animal that moves from one place to another.
Examples:
Migrant worker. The movement of migrant birds. The government revoked his license to employ migrant labor crews.
Rural.
Of or relating to the countryside.
Examples:
Rural accents. People in rural areas. Many rural areas are still impoverished.
Countryside.
Rural areas or regions outside of cities and urban centers, often characterized by open fields, farmland, forests, and countryside scenery.
Examples:
Countryside scenery. Countryside lifestyle. The small village in the countryside was perfect for a quiet getaway.
Welfare.
The general health, happiness, and prosperous of a person or group.
Examples:
Child welfare. A welfare state. She struggled for years to survive without welfare.
Vulnerable.
Capable of being hurt or influenced physically or mentally.
Examples:
A vulnerable bridge. Vulnerable parts of the body. Infants and pregnant women are particularly vulnerable.
Inflation.
A general and progressive increase in prices. Cosmology, a theory of the exponential expansion of space in the early universe. The act of filling something with air.
Examples:
Inflation control. Global inflation. Investment in index funds can often be a hedge against inflation.
Tight.
Fixed, fastened, or kept together firmly or closely.
Examples:
A tight game. Student on a tight budget. The national election was held amid tight security.
Appreciation.
The act of recognizing and valuing the worth or importance of something or someone, gratitude or thankfulness, an increase in value over time.
Examples:
Express my appreciation. Appreciation for diversity. The artist received a lot of appreciation for his latest work.
Decline.
To become gradually smaller, fewer, worse, etc., to refuse to accept.
Examples:
Decline a job offer. Decline in quality. As people age, their digestive capacity also gradually declines.
Appalling.
Causing horror or shock, deeply disturbing or offensive, extremely bad or unpleasant.
Examples:
Appalling crimes. Appalling behavior. The condition of that old house was appalling.
Incident.
An event or occurrence, often unexpected or unplanned, something that happens.
Examples:
Traffic incident. Security incident. The incident at the airport caused a delay in my flight.
Manufacture.
To make goods in large numbers, usually in a factory using machines.
Examples:
Manufacture an enzyme. Manufacture a product. The majority of synthetic vitamins are manufactured from oil.
Compound.
An item composed of two or more distinct elements combined, a chemical formed by the combination of two or more elements.
Examples:
Aquatic compound. Harmful compound. Common salt is a sodium and chlorine compound.
Committed.
Willing to put in a lot of effort, time, and energy into something, firmly believing in something.
Examples:
In a committed relationship. Strong and committed sales staff. Our company is strongly committed to meeting customers' needs.
Suicide.
The act of killing yourself intentionally.
Examples:
Commit suicide. Suicide attack. In an economically prosperous country, most male suicide is due to child support problems.
Contagious.
Able to be passed on to others through contact or proximity, especially by infection or disease.
Examples:
Contagious enthusiasm. Contagious virus. The disease is highly contagious and spreads quickly.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention, disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Outcry.
A strong expression of public protest, anger, or dissent.
Examples:
A great outcry. National outcry. The outcry against the new policy was heard loud and clear by the government.
Isolation.
The condition of being alone or lonely, the act or state of separation between persons or groups.
Examples:
Isolation booth. The country's isolation. That incident led to his isolation.
Locally.
In or to a specific or limited area or region, focused or restricted to a particular locality or community.
Examples:
Buy locally. Support locally. The restaurant sources its ingredients locally, ensuring freshness and supporting local farmers.
Assist.
To help someone in doing anything.
Examples:
Assist a patient. Assist his goal. Please assist her with the furniture relocation.
Upgrade.
To improve the value or usefulness of something such as a machine, computer system, etc., or to replace it with something newer or of a higher standard.
Examples:
Upgrade a product. Upgrade work performance. It's an excellent opportunity to upgrade our networking.
Agriculture.
The practice or science of cultivating the land or raising stock.
Examples:
Organic agriculture. Intensive agriculture. Agriculture is the foundation of our economy.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Shortage.
A deficiency or lack of something, typically referring to a situation where there is an insufficient supply or quantity of a resource or product to meet the demand or need.
Examples:
Water shortage. Fuel shortage. There was a shortage of face masks due to the high demand during the pandemic.
Labor.
Productive work, especially physical work done for wages, the people who do manual or physical work in a country or company for wage. Verb, to work hard or to strive and make an effort to reach a goal.
Examples:
seasonal labor, manual labor. In several countries, child labor is a serious social problem.
Diagram:
a simplified illustration of the appearance, structure, or workings of something.
Examples:
3D diagram. In a diagram. He is drawing a diagram illustrating how the equipment operates.
Background:
the details of a person's social heritage, such as family, vocational or educational experience, past information that is essential to understanding a situation or problem.
Examples:
a background color, a criminal background. The company's hiring criteria emphasize personality, not a person's background.
Coefficient:
a numerical measure of a specific property or characteristic of a substance or system that is used in mathematical equations or formulas to predict behavior or outcomes. A factor that expresses the change in one variable per unit change in another variable.
Examples:
absorption coefficient, thermal expansion coefficient. The coefficient of friction on the icy road was dangerously low.
Necessity:
the state or fact of being needed, anything indispensable.
Examples:
in great necessity. The necessity of the concrete measure. He emphasized the necessity of immediate action.
Percentage:
the number, amount, or rate of something, which is usually the amount per 100.
Examples:
the percentage of the gold content. A high percentage. What is the percentage of the consumption tax in the United States?
Indicate:
to show, point out, or make known something, often through a sign or a symbol, to suggest or imply something without stating it directly.
Examples:
indicate a preference. Indicate an error. The data indicates that the company's profits have steadily increased over the past quarter.
Pass:
no longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Inequality:
the unfairness of a society in which some people have more opportunity, money, etc. than others. Mathematics, relation between two values when they are different.
Examples:
inequality in salary. Algebraic inequality. There are several causes of economic inequality within societies.
Frustrate:
To hinder or prevent efforts, plans, or desires from doing, succeeding, or being fulfilled. To make someone feel upset or annoyed because they are unable to change or achieve something.
Examples:
Frustrate the advancement. Frustrate other team members. The coach explained a strategy to frustrate the opponent's schemes to the players.
Mobility.
The ability to move or be moved freely or easily from one place, job, or social class to another.
Examples:
Lack in mobility. Improve social mobility. I have limited mobility in my arms.
Bitterness.
A strong and persistent feeling of resentment, hostility, or anger, a state of being bitter or having a sour taste, the quality or taste of something sharp or unpleasant.
Examples:
Lingering bitterness. Underlying bitterness. The bitterness they felt towards each other prevented any chance of reconciliation.
Resentment.
Bitterness or indignation at being treated unfairly.
Examples:
Abiding resentment. Bitter resentment. She felt resentment towards her boss for not giving her a promotion.
Widespread.
Existing or happening in various places or among many people.
Examples:
Widespread use. Widespread fear of nuclear war. In medieval times, death punishment was widespread and socially accepted.
Accusation.
A statement or claim alleging that someone has committed a crime, offense, or wrongdoing, a charge or indictment made against someone.
Examples:
Criminal accusation. False accusation. The accusation of theft was unfounded, and the suspect was eventually cleared of all charges.
Corruption.
Dishonest, harmful, or illegal behavior, especially of people in positions of power.
Examples:
Corruption accusation. Federal corruption charges. Rampant corruption led to a loss of trust in the government.
Backdoor.
A term used to describe an unauthorized or concealed means of accessing a computer system or network, typically through a loophole or vulnerability in the system.
Examples:
Backdoor access. Backdoor software. The public was outraged to discover that the company had made a backdoor deal with the government to avoid taxes.
Unrest.
A state of agitation or disturbance, lack of calm or peace.
Examples:
Unrest in the city. Cause unrest. The recent political unrest in the country has led to widespread protests and civil disobedience.
Topic.
A subject that is being discussed or written about.
Examples:
A serious topic. The topic of the book. The topic of the discussion was the current state of the economy.
Justice.
The quality of being fair and reasonable and treating people equally according to their due.
Examples:
Criminal justice. Justice of heaven. The judge's ruling was based on the principles of justice and fairness.
Accountability.
The state of being responsible for one's actions or decisions, the obligation to explain, justify, or take ownership of one's actions or their consequences, the expectation of being answerable and liable for the outcomes of one's behavior or performance.
Examples:
Government accountability. Individual accountability. Activists questioned the company's accountability for the environmental impact of its operations.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Urbanization.
The process of population growth and physical expansion of cities, often involving increased migration from rural areas and the development of urban infrastructure and culture.
Examples:
Urbanization process. Non-urbanization area. Rapid urbanization has led to many environmental and social issues in cities.
Demolition.
The act of destroying or tearing down a building or other structure.
Examples:
Demolition site. Demolition work. The city authorized the demolition of the abandoned building.
Property.
A thing or things that belong to someone.
Examples:
A man of property. Chemical property. He stood to inherit $1 million property.
Frustration.
The feeling of being upset or annoyed as a result of being unable to change or achieve something.
Examples:
Frustration level. Express frustration. He felt a deep frustration as he realized the project would not be completed on time.
Protest.
A strong expression of disagreement, disapproval, or opposition.
Examples:
Hold a protest. A silent protest. He left the party in protest at its radical political stance.
Frequent.
Happening constantly.
Examples:
Frequent absence. Frequent use. His heartaches are less frequent now.
Council.
A group of people who have been elected or appointed to make decisions or give advice on a particular subject or in a particular place.
Examples:
Other council members. City council election. The city council voted to approve the new development project.
Regulation.
An official rule made and maintained by a government or some other authority, the act of controlling or directing something according to a rule.
Examples.
A company regulation. Regulation by the government. The regulation approved by Congress was perfunctorily implemented.
Requisition.
An official demand or request, typically made by an authority or governing body, for something to be provided or supplied, the act of requisitioning or taking possession of something.
Examples.
Requisition approval. Legal requisition. The military commander issued a requisition for additional supplies and reinforcements.
Similarly.
In almost the same way.
Examples.
Similarly situated. Have similarly great abilities. We argue that wages for temporary workers should similarly rise.
Polluted.
Contaminated with harmful or poisonous substances.
Examples.
Polluted air. Cadmium polluted area. The river was polluted with chemicals, causing harm to the wildlife.
Poison.
A substance that can cause illness, injury, or death when ingested, inhaled, or absorbed through the skin, something harmful, malicious, or toxic, the act of damaging or ruining a relationship. Verb, to introduce a substance into something or someone harmful and potentially deadly.
Examples.
Poison ivy. Poison bilateral relations. The plant's leaves contain a deadly poison that can cause hallucinations and seizures.
Fake.
Not genuine, fraudulent, or counterfeit.
Examples.
Fake police officer. Spread of fake news. The Prime Minister was not well prepared for the debate and faked it.
Ingredient.
One of the things used to make something, especially one of the foods used to make a particular dish.
Examples.
Secret ingredients. Compound the ingredients. Greed is the primary ingredient in the making of criminals.
Concerned.
Feeling worry or interest about something, showing interest or attention.
Examples.
Persons concerned. Concerned citizen. I am concerned about the safety of the children playing in the park.
Refine.
To make something more pure, polished, cultured, or effective, to improve, perfect, or enhance through a process of purification or development.
Examples.
Refine oil. Refine a language. The company is working to refine its production process to be more efficient.
Sloppy.
Characterized by a lack of order or neatness, careless, disorganized, or careless in appearance or performance.
Examples:
Sloppy writing, sloppy appearance. She looked sloppy in her wrinkled shirt and mismatched socks.
Timely.
Happening at best possible time.
Examples:
A timely study. Respond in a timely manner. The crops will undoubtedly benefit from the timely rain.
Policymaker.
A person in charge of or involved in developing action plans for a political party, business, etc.
Examples:
Education policymaker, regional policymaker. Policymakers struggle to develop various laws and regulations to address international trade conflicts.
Luxury.
A state of great comfort or sophistication, mainly provided by expensive and beautiful things.
Examples:
Get into the luxury car market. Luxury hotel. His anti-luxury practices were quite strict.
Brand.
A type of product, service, etc., made by a particular company and sold under a specific name, identification mark on the skin of livestock, criminals, etc., made by burning.
Examples:
Create a brand logo. The brand of the new car. There's a new brand of hero in the movies now.
Expenditure.
The act of spending money, the total amount of money spent.
Examples:
Energy expenditure. Expenditure planning. Almost $1 billion in capital expenditure is still required.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
Consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
Mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.
Explicit.
Stated clearly and in detail, leaving no room for confusion or doubt.
Examples:
Explicit content. Explicit instructions. The movie had an explicit sex scene that some viewers might find offensive.
Prefer.
To like, choose, or want one thing or person better than another.
Examples:
Prefer physics to chemistry. Prefer a window seat. The birds prefer open water areas with reeds around them.
Phenomenon.
Something that exists and can be perceptible, especially one that is not fully understood.
Examples:
Natural phenomenon. Historical phenomenon. A rainbow is a natural phenomenon.
Diamond.
A precious stone made from pure carbon, typically transparent and colorless, but possibly tinted in various colors, a shape or arrangement resembling the geometric form of a diamond.
Examples:
Diamond ring. Diamond necklace. The engagement ring was adorned with a large, sparkling diamond.
Banquet.
A lavish meal or feast, often for a large group of people, and often accompanied by entertainment and celebration.
Examples:
Banquet hall. Host a banquet. We had a delicious banquet at the hotel for our anniversary dinner.
Commitment.
A promise or firm decision to do something or to behave in a certain way.
Examples:
A commitment to an alliance. Meet his commitments. His business commitments took him to the United States.
Cage.
A structure made of metal bars or wire in which birds or animals can be kept.
Examples:
An insect cage. A bird in a cage. The trapped bear is running amok in its cage.
Homeless.
Without a home, and therefore typically living on the streets.
Examples:
Homeless shelter. A homeless cat. He became homeless after losing his job.
Kidnapping.
The act of taking somebody away illegally and holding them captive.
Examples:
Kidnapping attempt. Mass kidnapping. She received a year's imprisonment for aggravated kidnapping.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Spot.
A particular location or place, a small round or roundish area, differing in color or feels from the surface around it.
Examples:
Beauty spot. A spot on his honor. This remote spot is rarely visited.
Highway.
A main road, especially one connecting major towns or cities.
Examples:
Highway system. An interstate highway. I'm going to take the highway to get to my destination faster.
Don.
A Spanish gentleman, a university lecturer, especially a senior member of a college at Oxford or Cambridge.
Examples:
The Don of the University. Don Giovanni. He could never go against what Don Carlos said.
Volunteer.
A person who performs or offers to perform a job or service without being paid for or forced to do.
Examples:
Seek volunteers. My volunteer work. The teachers make full use of volunteer assistance.
Negotiation.
The process of discussing and reaching an agreement with others.
Examples:
Negotiation process. Negotiation skills. The negotiation between the two countries was a delicate and complex process.
Rescue.
To save someone or something from a dangerous or difficult situation.
Examples:
Rescue a dying dog. Rescue a company from bankruptcy. The fire department arrived just in time to rescue the family from the burning building.
Relay.
To receive and pass something, such as information or a message, from one person or group to another, to broadcast something on television, radio, etc.
Examples:
Relay a scene. Relay a request. Please relay the news to the world.
Wit.
The ability to say or write things or ideas in a clever and humorous way.
Examples:
The wit of man. Full of wit. He has the wit to keep talking about this topic.
Reunion.
A social occasion or party for a group of people who have not seen each other for a long time, the act of coming together again.
Examples:
A class reunion. The annual reunion of the alum. I will attend my college reunion tomorrow.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things, to narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship, to empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Sacrifice.
The act of killing an animal or person or surrendering a possession as an offering to a deity. Verb, to give up something important or valuable to help another person or get or do something that seems more important.
Examples:
Small sacrifice for a great cause. Sacrifice anything to get ahead. You cannot accomplish great things without a sacrifice of your time or money.
Reform.
The act of improving or correcting something wrong or bad. Verb, to make a change in something to correct a flaw or improve it.
Examples:
Economic reform. Reform movement. The government is proposing a reform to the healthcare system to make it more accessible and affordable for all citizens.
Pace.
The speed at which someone or something moves, or the rate at which something happens or changes.
Examples:
At your own pace. The runner's pace. The economy is growing at a supercharged pace.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Sustainable.
Able to continue or be continued for a long time.
Examples:
Sustainable alternative fuel. Principles of sustainable development. The government should do more to support environmentally sustainable agriculture.
Stability.
The quality or attribute of being firm and steadfast.
Examples:
Stability pact. Fiscal stability pact. The policy should increase the country's monetary stability.
Capable.
Having the ability, skill, or potential to do something, competent or proficient in a particular task or area of expertise.
Examples:
Capable worker. Capable leader. She is highly capable of handling multiple tasks at once.
Self-correction.
The act of recognizing and correcting one's errors or mistakes, often without the aid of external feedback.
Examples:
Need for self-correction. Self-correction mechanism. The self-correction process is important in ensuring that mistakes are identified and corrected.
Friction.
The force that opposes motion between two objects in contact, especially by producing heat and wear, and is proportional to the normal force between the objects.
Examples:
Friction force. Surface friction. The friction between the two countries was causing tension.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.